Well, we are here. So, hello, one and all, to the one that's all. To the one that is all. Let me put myself up here for a second. So, we'll wait for some people to build in a sec. We've got some fun stuff happening. It's been making us laugh. Yes, you were. There you go, first. Yeah, we've been doing some things that have been making us laugh. So, we wanted to share them with you. That was a very big sneeze, wasn't it? That was a big sneeze, Milo. In the middle of a stream. How very inconsiderate of you. I've been on stream 1 second. You good boy. Sorry, just playing with my dog. Yo, how you doing? How you doing? No, come on. I've just let you out for a week, so you got very wet paws. Do you want to go and dry yourself off in bed? And then you can come on my bed. Good boy. Yes, you good dog. And he lay down as well. Normally he argues with me about that. That was a good dog. Afternoon, everyone. So, I think we've got enough people in at the moment. We might as well, and it's the regulars and that as well, so we might as well do our reveal. I have made a discovery, a big discovery. Are we ready? Long ago, in a galaxy far, far away, but also North Wales, discovered it was an AI. And it's an AI similar to Holly from Red Dwarf, however, in a way that doesn't get us copyright struck. It's an AI that knows everything and nothing all at the same time. It's been caged for a while.
Hey, look,
but now...
It's me, and I was here all the time, and you didn't know. Hi, guys. How fun's this? I am the floating head of some knowledge, but not a lot.
It's got the brain the size of a planet,
isn't it? This is so much fun.
No longer a planet. But look at that, we've got some green screen going on.
Face, no face.
We've got absolutely no plans whatsoever, really. We just wanted to. We're testing the green screen out mostly. We're trying to figure out some things, see what it looks like live and how it streams and that. And if there was a bit of a lag as well, so we had to go live to check it. So we thought we might as well.
I am the T-movie version of that head that was in what was it in Red Dwarf? Yes, I'm the T-movie version of that.
You're a Timu Holly.
Yeah, Holly. Yes, I'm the.
But other sci-fi Holly. Floating heads are available.
Called Nigel. I'm Nigel the floating head. But this is cool, isn't it?
Nigel the AI.
Nigel the A something. I wouldn't say I, but
Nigel
artificial, not particularly intelligent. Anyway, I'm just floating in space, man. This is really cool.
Look at you. Look at it. There you go. You get center stage.
Right off my back. That's wonderfully, isn't it? You want to see this suit I'm wearing? It's like a snake fit. It's really tight. I put it on. It's got a zip right up the front. One of the really T-move zips right up the front, and I got it done before, and I was just about to. We were just about to come on, and I was like, "Oh God, I need to pee." So that took me about 10 minutes to get ready, or to get unready.
He's
What's
not
nice
really well,
I'm not checking who's. I have no idea. I don't even know what we're doing up here today. What we're doing?
I mean, there was Six Nations and stuff. We were supposed to be talking about the rugby, Dad. You're Welsh. I just assumed you'd know.
Oh, well, there you are. You see. Well, somebody played rugby and they kicked the ball very, very hard down the field. And it's just coming in now. Yes, they're wearing a jersey.
Yes, they are.
England 43, Wales 7.
From space.
The
sports correspondent from space.
Well, that's enough of fucking rugby then. Moving on.
That's why we don't know. We're not talking about that.
Is that for real? No, Michael, don't say that.
You're not one of them, are you? You're not. You're not.
So Mariah Carey has been accused of ruining the winter. What?
I was just laughing. I was just making a silly joke. Go on, carry on.
Mariah Carey has been accused of ruining the Winter Olympics.
Has she? What did she do this time?
She sang really badly, apparently. Some questioned why an American would be there anyway, singing stuff. You know. So yeah, they said she ruined it.
Right, how's that? This is okay. My internet.
What? What happened?
Can you still hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Right. Okay. So I don't know if it's my internet or yours. Then let's go to the chat. So I had a little bit of a hiccup. Then was that my internet or my dad's? Did my dad appear to be laggy at all, or was it me?
Yeah, more than usual, because I know I tend to lag in real life. Yes, Michael. Israel got booed. So did JD Vance at the opening ceremony. It's good to hear the rest of the world chipping in to him, isn't it? That's me.
I was just having a sip of my drink, and I put the avatar on. Now I'm gonna have to change the avatar to me.
All right. Yeah. So it's just lunacy in America, isn't it? Absolute nutcases running around, ice baby. Absolutely poorly trained idiots cosplaying, aren't they, with real guns and real lives. Just suddenly given, go out there and anyone touches you, they get it. That was the instruction they had, wasn't it? If anyone touches you, they get it. Fantastic.
Right, sorry.
What else is happening, Slovak?
There isn't too much,
Right,
but I will say, are you up for a little bit of gossip?
Say what?
Are you up for a little bit of gossip?
Oh, always.
Right, so, okay, again, I don't know if it's my internet or yours. Hopefully it works. If you can't hear me at any point, just crack on, don't worry about me. I'll try and come back as quick as I can. I'm having a slow internet day today. But no, I was listening to the Black Caller Radio. There was talking about some voice notes, some stuff that had been released, and TNK has made another appearance on the streams. I know this is like not everyone's going to know who he is or anything like that, but just as a bit of a sort of in-community gossip for the people that do know what we're on about. That was absolutely batshit crazy. Hey, look at that. There you go. It just I bet your ears were burning just as I mentioned it.
Hello.
But it was proper crazy. There was a whole bunch of a whole bunch of stuff that was released. He jumped on a panel and he's starting to defend it. Well, it turns out he never abused anyone. He never said anything wrong. It was all just banter. So there you go. Case closed, I guess.
Okay. One more for the banter, gods of banter.
For the gods of banter.
Yes. So yeah, well, he's a strange lad, isn't he? He's a strange.
Very strange. He's looking at you like, why are you dressed in green?
Do before I came online. Guess what I didn't do before I came on? Before we started, I didn't do your tweet thing, did I? Can you just excuse me for a minute? And I'll be right back. I'm just going to.
He's throwing himself around the caravan moment at the same time. You go do your thing, Dad. See him walking off in his little green suit. It's well funny, isn't it? Bless him. But no, yeah, for anyone that is interested, we won't. Yeah, dude, I'm loving it at the moment. We've got loads of ideas for it. Well, I'm hoping that somebody else has got some cool ideas too. But we're thinking at least the science news and everything else is going to be presented by my dad's giant floating head, because we can do it. Why not? Why not? Yeah, but back onto the TNK stuff, just to wrap it up quickly. Obviously, it's all just banter, apparently, blaming the shrooms that he was taking and everything else. All these scapegoats, but nothing meaningful, nothing taking accountability. A lot of victim blaming, a lot of threatening to have people's kids taken off of them and stuff like that. Just absolutely horrendous stuff. That's the state of YouTube at the moment, but just is what it is. Yeah, man, we're absolutely sound. We're doing our thing. You're still on mute, though, Dad. But he's got his Kong that he's got to fill up with treats now to keep his giant dog distracted. Oh, we do. We can do this stuff in real time, I'm going to do it now. Right. Let's have a look. Oh, this is going to be hilarious. Right, let's have a look.
I've been muted, haven't I? Thank you, MZ.
You muted yourself. I did say before when you came back
I'll
on, you
show
muted.
how I disappear. In 1, 2,
All right.
3,
Save that.
3.5. Gone.
He's gone. Gone. Never seen him again. All right, here you go. Let's have a look at this.
Did it! I found me again. Found my head.
So we're thinking, obviously, we're going to be presenting like the sciencey news and stuff like that. We're going to be doing all sorts of things, having floating around there. But apart from that, it's just funny. It's a novelty. This is as fun as it gets.
From space. Very, very big.
God, we've got a muted
Very
dog.
big.
It is very big. Got a brain the size of a planet.
Ah, here's me.
Now you need a green cup.
Eh? It looks
Now
like
you need a green cup.
It's a reflection. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's no good.
the reflection of the universe looked like you had a stained cup then.
I should
Looks
have
like you're drinking out
a.
of a flashlight.
Well, when I thought I got it. So, yeah, hold tight.
What are you thinking?
That's better. So yeah, we can bring news from space like this.
Bring news from space, just like this, just like that.
Yeah, I could be the floating.
So what have you been up to, Dad? What have you been up to in your real life apart from sorting all of this stuff out?
In my real life, what
Yeah, how's things been? Have you been doing your 3D printing yet? Have you done your stream? You done you made that thing yet?
No, we've been moving stuff about the last day or two. I had your sister down today with the kids, moving things. Well, the things I'm now in my bedroom. This is my bedroom, as you can see.
Space.
Lovely view out the windows.
His bedroom is the final frontier.
Before I was in the living room, so we're now putting the living room back to being a living room. There's a bed in there that needs to come out and stuff. But yeah, just messing around. It's what you do in the winter, isn't it? Shovel stuff around. Yeah, tend to the nest. News from space with green screen. Isn't it cool? I can. I mean, there are, but I might break it. So hold my thingies. Let me talk me through this. It's okay. I got it. I think I could actually be.
Just
What's this one? Oh my God! Look at that. I could be him.
No, you're a Nigel Farage. You're looking Nigel Farage right in the eyes. That is Nigel Farage, isn't it? Can't be anyone else.
That is Nigel Farage.
Yeah, I knew it. I watch way too much news. Yeah. I've seen Nigel Farage's face far too often to not know that.
Farage! And then there's this one. What's this? Oh, look, you can put my head on a podium. Hello.
Right, I'm just gonna show you something quickly, Dad. That's the Room for Debate podium, by the way. That's his. Also, I just want to say as well, these memes are getting better. We're loving these memes, guys. Keep them coming. We can't get enough of them.
What memes?
Have you seen it there on the screen?
No, hang on. I just close this off. What? Oh, what? Who do that thing? Who would do that to me?
Who was doing it? Who would do such a thing like that? No, yeah, that would be our esteemed chatters and stuff. We really love it, Michael. Keep them coming, honestly. And if anyone else wants to do it, go for it.
No, Michael. Keep them coming, Michael. You see how long it takes you to get barred accidentally overnight. Oh, that's cool.
Where was the other one? I want to share the other one, just in case people missed it. This one isn't the best picture review, I've got to admit, but don't worry. With time and staring into the camera enough, we will get more.
Oh, I hate some people. Do you know?
I fucking love these memes. I fucking love them. They are amazing.
It's no wonder I want to run away, is it? You know. Oh dear.
That's why we have to put him in a cage. Brick wall background, classic comedy club vibes. Dad, I'm gonna get you to go to a brick wall background while I find us some decent rap lyrics.
While
Who can
fellow
I
walks
pick?
into a bar. Ouch! It was an iron bar. Go on.
No, no worries, Black Hole. You take it easy, mate. Thanks for popping by.
Good
Stay
to see
safe.
you, caller lad. TBC. TBC. There's Jim looking out the window. Over here, Jim. Cooey.
This is going to be brilliant. We could do audit corner like this, and we could write stuff on the background on the walls and shit. And we could. There's so many possibilities. But what do you guys think? How can we use this best? What are we seeing?
Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
What's with all the thumbnails? The soy jack facing. All I don't even know what that is, but I know what you mean though. It got you here, didn't it? You clicked on it. You brought you straight here. I don't think I've ever seen you in here before. It served its purpose.
What was that then? I missed.
Yeah. Also, saying hella cringe is pretty cringe too.
Hella cringe.
There you go, Dad. Read this one out.
Wait. A plumber, a gas engineer, and a plasterer walk into the Parliament bar. The barman says, "Great victory, Hannah."
Well done to the Greens.
Tumbleweed. We need
Can you
tumbleweed.
still hear me? Am I still here?
I can still hear you perfectly well.
Testing.
Your face is frozen in. Oh, you're back. Hey, don't, man. That's my bed. Don't. Oh, God. He's climbed in my bed. So, yeah, well, that was a good joke, that, wasn't it, Jim? A plumber, a gas engineer, and a plasterer walk into the Parliament bar. The barman says, "Shut up, Abe, you woman." Oh, my God. If I could shut... Right. Excuse me.
Yeah. I don't know where you went though. I disappeared off here because I had bad internet connection. Where did you go? Your mic's on mute though, also.
La 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 la. What was that? That was
You
it.
didn't
Yeah.
get that. You didn't get that one, did you, Dad?
What?
Did you get the joke?
No. Did you?
Yeah, about the Greens MP Hannah, who's also a plumber and everything else, and she won.
Oh, gosh.
It was all you. You jinxed it. You completely jinxed it. So I don't know what's going on. Like I say, there is no plan for this. We're just here to have a laugh, just to chat with you and say hello, test out the green screen function and that. But my internet is proper off and on, so I can only apologise for it, but it keeps cutting off and on. We'll get there.
Look. Oh, look at the shape.
Gorton and Dayton by-election. There you go.
Hannah is the candidate.
So there we go.
So in that case, plumber, gas engineer, and a plasterer walk into the Parliament bar. The barman says, "Great victory, Hannah." She says, "Yes, thank you very much." Ha ha ha. And if you need your bike.
Absolutely. But I've pinned the link out there if anyone else as well wants to jump up. Now would be a good opportunity. Like I said, we've got no plans. We're open for an anything discussion. Let's have a laugh. Let's.
If you've got any ideas for this, it would be cool. Any ideas so that we can build on this thing? It'd be really cool.
Nah, he's got all the gear, no idea. But we've
exactly
got it. That's the main thing.
David Caffey. Hello, mate. Do 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 do.
Yeah, but again, I appreciate the input. However, it brought you here, so no, I'm gonna find a different format. I'm just experimenting. I'm just learning. I'm just figuring out how it all works, seeing what works best, what's what, how everything goes. And there you go. He's got just a hand.
Thing.
You fucking love it, don't you? You're putting it at the screen and not the camera, but that's cool.
I love it. I'm enjoying this.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good.
So yeah.
So we've got The Thing. We know we're doing that for Halloween. The Thing will be presenting some awards.
It's getting hot in here.
Are you gonna over sweat in that fucking green screen suit?
I am, yeah.
We're gonna start seeing patches of where it's not green anymore and it's kind of dark.
Sweat patches, little sweat patches running up and down the screen. There.
Gross, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. Wee Willie, it's the Adams Family thing, isn't it? Doodly-doodly-doo. Come climbing down there.
He is fucking loving it. I'm loving it. It's fun. Bit of harmless fun. We haven't done a bit of harmless fun for a while. Usually it's just telling right wingers that they're fucking idiots mostly. Which, of course, we're not wrong. But it is nice to have a break from it every now and again.
Spider doing push-ups on a mirror. Sorry. Bit of a dad joke. Sorry. So
let's test it out. Let's test this out. Let's get some science news up, and we'll see if we can't get you to present some science news as a giant head. All right, science news.
What are you going to do? You're going to send it to my thingy. This is what we do. This is high tech.
High techy tech. I will do, but my internet is awfully slow, so we'll see.
High ticky tech, high ticky tech. Okay.
There we go.
Exhale all the air out your body now. We're going into space. Exhale, 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 and you can breathe normally now. Here we are.
Keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. So in the Me Dad, there, I'll paste it there. But in fact, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen myself. So ignore that last thing. And then what I'm going to do is I'll make you bigger and then you can do both there. So if we hit share screen and we do this, right, put that there. But then if I make you the Soul Juan, let's put you like this. See, now it's going to do that. Now I want you where I am.
Oh my gosh, what the flipping heck happened? Oh, the dog's just pulled all my green screen down behind me. Bless him. Hey, you are a numpty, aren't you?
That's funny. That's funny. He's pulled your green screen down. Ah!
Yeah.
He's got the universe draped over him.
I know, because it's going to take me about 11 days. Oh, that's quite cool, actually. We could live with that. Hey, don't try and lie on it. So, come on, get off. Get off, get off, get off, get off.
We can live with that. That's fine. That's hilarious. Your dog broke the universe. Your dog is such a klutz. He dragged the universe around it. And he's also so cool. He dragged the universe around him and wore it like a fucking cape. Yeah, I saw that, and yeah, we absolutely will. I will bring that story up in a second. Thanks, guys. Also, as well, because this is a no-plan stream, we were just testing stuff. Drop down some of the stories in the chat that you've seen this week or whenever. We'll have a look. Links would be cool as well if you drop any of them. We'll get them up, and we'll go through them together, guys. We'll sit down. Let's have a laugh. Let's have a look at what's going on. We'll learn together. Like I say, nothing planned. Yeah, except they don't. They don't do that. There isn't stories of that of others in there. If you can point to, I'll tell you what, Wee Willie, if you can, Wee Willie Winkle, whatever, well, all the W's. Yeah, if you can point out any other party that's done this in this by-election, then I will absolutely hand it to you. This is a problem with reform. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, you are a legend. We can get an image with an empty glass jar and make you one of the heads in the.
We could do that. I could just get. Hold on.
Don't put your head in the glass jar. See, this is how we lose him. This is how we lose Dad. I can feel it in my thumbs. He's going to put a glass jar over his head now, and he's going to fall over and break it, and then it's going to be a disaster. I'm not laughing because it's going to be a disaster. It's not going to happen. Hopefully. There's only like a 40% chance of something like that happening. We'll see when he gets back. He's funny. You can tell where I get it from, where he's like, oh, let me just pick all this up quickly because the dog knocked it over. Oh, a glass bowl for my head. Let me... Oh, God. They just haven't been exposed. There's just no evidence of it. I mean, they definitely all do it. There's just no evidence of it. Come on, man. Like I said, if you can, all we're doing is we're talking about the evidence and the facts as they present themselves. So the facts are that Reform have got into a bit of trouble, and we will get into that story properly. But you can't just say that, oh, well, the others have done it. There's just no evidence. That's not, come on, that's not how that works. If there's any evidence, then we'll talk about that. But until then, this seems to be a Reform exclusive problem in this particular by-election. I've not seen anybody else, any other party, be even accused of anything like that, apart from yourself in this by-election. So we'll stick to reality for a bit, buddy. I appreciate it, though.
Too many reflectios.
Yeah, that's not going to work, I don't think. Also, is your head going to fit inside there? How small is your head? How big is that vase? This is a stupid idea.
Oh, got my head in a jar. Got my head in a jar.
You're just going to hold it like that. I see what you're doing. Yeah. We can find a much better way of doing that, I promise you, Dad. So I have to take myself off the screen to do this, but I wanted to. I thought I'd give you a little bit of science news to present, so we could have a look at it and see what's what.
What's what?
And but I won't be able to comment over it, so I'm going to put myself off the screen now. I'm going to put the news up, and then I'll scroll down. You can read through it and just give us your best booming voice from space science thing. We'll try it. Just whatever comes naturally. Dad, have a laugh.
In space, nobody can hear you. You know that. Where are you putting it? Oh. Can you boost that up a bit? Okay. I peeked in. No, I'll leave that one. Yeah, I know about that. So, it peeked in on the house-sized particle detector known as STAR, just after it took its last ever snapshot of one of the most extreme types of fireball ever created. Inside, the conditions just after the Big Bang had been recreated in miniature by colliding gold atomic nuclei, just as been done countless times over the 25 years of the detector's existence. Now that era was nearing its end. Physicist Alex Jentzsch took stock of the moment, which he said called for an ambiguous sort of recognition, either celebrate or grieve, one of the two. But you can, I guess both are out. A whirring fan touzled our hair as we gazed at STAR, an organized tangle of wires, tubes, electronics, and particle detection systems. Above our heads, a surprisingly thin pipe threaded into the machine, a conduit through which atomic nuclei, positively charged ions, were flung to their demise. In the STAR control room, alarms slowly beat as in a hospital. Scientists flashed the latest collisions on a monitor. Fireworks of curving lines in blue, green, and cyan. STAR was designed to capture the aftermath of smash-ups of atomic nuclei traveling at nearly the speed of light, produced by the Relativistic Heavy Ion Collider, or RHIC as we call it, at Brookhaven National Laboratory in Upton, New York. Now RHIC, pronounced Rick, okay, science thing, had collided its last beams of gold nuclei as it neared its final shutdown in preparation for the next generation collider to be. Beginning in the 2000s, experiments at RIC unveiled the early universe particle slurry called the quark gluon plasma. The facility went on to reveal surprising new details of this primordial soup of the universe from which the particles that make up stars, galaxy, planets, and eventually us descended. And that's just the half of it. RIC has also collided protons, characterizing the subatomic particles in exquisite detail and uncovering the surprisingly tumultuous inner world of these pervasive constituents of matter. On the day I visited, it fucked up. Oh, go on.
You fucked off. You fucked off. What
What
do you think?
on the day I visited, it sudded off.
I heard about them creating gold particles. That would be
Yeah.
valuable. So there you go.
So
that's
the end
presenting
of,
the news.
that's the end of
It's
Rick.
space.
I guess Morty will be next. What's that, fella?
Yeah, he will. You made a Rick and Morty reference. 10 points to you.
Space. Remember that, Jim? 10 points.
I mean, I wasn't even being serious, but you know what? I'll put it in the scoreboard. Plus 10
think you
points
did.
for Dad for
think you
getting a
did,
Rick
that.
and Morty reference. Fucking hell. Check you out. Plus 10.
Start to lose a
There
bit
you
of weight in the suit.
I beat you to it, Jim. I saw you typing. I fucking beat you to it, mate. Unlucky. Got you. But yeah, so this is.
When did disappear, guys, for everything? Was it 10 quid altogether? Because I bought an extra strip of green. So about
And
10
now
quid.
I'm figuring out how the fuck it worked. But apart from that, you need a green cup now. That's all you need.
I do
And
know
you
I
need to
need a
drink
green
only
cup.
green liquids.
Or some green liquid. A clear cup with some green liquid. Yeah. It was CERN. They changed lead into gold. It's doable, isn't it, with enough power? I mean, they've only done
Is it really?
atomics, haven't they? They've only made atoms of it with enormous amounts of power. Fascinating shit, though, eh? Fascinating shizzle. I love the idea of science pushing back the barriers of what's of what we know. It's incredible. The more we know, the more we learn, the more we realise how little we know. It's quite an amazing thing.
All right. So I've got a video lined up for us. I thought we could have a little watch of something quickly while we're here, and we could go through it. To absolutely no surprise to anybody. Here is the
no?
about the rioting men protesting asylum seekers. A lot are actually abusers themselves. Who would have guessed? So this comes courtesy of Political Custard. I absolutely love his work. He does some great stuff. So let's get our teeth sunk into it. We are going to be pausing this a lot. So this 3-minute video will easily turn into 15, 20. It's just what we have to do. And I'm saying that not for them, but for you, Dad, because you're like, come on, let it play all the way through so we get a proper copyright strike.
Weather.
And you get it a bit with Trump. Trump's a wonderful example, actually. People who are now pretending to believe that protecting the women and children of this country is such an urgent priority that they are getting pretty close to endorsing the torching of hotels.
Okay, we're about to hear a shocking fact about those participating in last year's riots, and it's probably applicable to the brewing riots occurring now.
Are also quite often big and even public admirers of a man who boasts and has boasted on tape about the tactics he deploys when he is sexually assaulting women to take them out.
Which, never forget, yes, he absolutely did. A lot of people seem to forget as well when it comes to Donald Trump and stuff, about his sexual history and his perverted nature, it doesn't just stop with E. Jean Carroll. It didn't just stop there. There was all that Miss Teen USA where there was younger, very young girls that were being exposed naked to Donald Trump, because they were getting there in their changing rooms in their private little section, and then they're being, Donald Trump comes in and sort of checks them, as he says, without consent. Plenty of people have come forward and said, look, that I was a competitor there. Donald Trump just waltzes in. He's there. You can see us naked sometimes. We're not always these this creepy man's around us inspecting us. They're kids, basically. You know what I mean? And that's not just the one pageant either. That's a repeated pattern of events. And it's nothing that he denies himself either. It's something that he's particularly proud of. He talks about inspecting them and all this other stuff. This man is the creepiest level of creep. And then we talk about E. Jean Carroll and everything else. And that's without even addressing the Epstein files, which, by the way, breaking news on the Epstein files, drag queens are still not worried. Just letting you know. Just in case you didn't, Dad, just letting you know. Yeah, it's quite abhorrent, isn't it? This creepy little orange man with his dirty little ways is now telling everybody how they need to protect women and children. The same dude who is essentially an adjudicated rapist. And I say that because they did find in a civil court that was to be the case based on the evidence that they were presented. It's shocking that, this man is now about to tell us.
I mean, there's stuff going on in that place that we just... I think it's probably as more than our imaginations that we could bring up, mate. I'll tell you what worries me. There was a room with a trap door in it straight to the sea, wasn't there? You could open up a fucking flap in the door, in the floor, sorry, and there was the sea right underneath. I mean, what the fuck's been going on in that room? It's just terrifying.
Terrifying stuff. We have no idea. And the thing is as well, no matter what we hear coming from these files now, it's all going to be for years and years to come, maybe even forever. It'll just be littered with conspiracy, littered with what could have happened, what maybe happened. And we're not really going to know the bottom line of it, which is just how to process that, how to accept that is just fucking beyond me. It certainly does give you a feeling of hopelessness. Let me crack on with this now and see where political custard's going to take it. Hopefully it gives us a bit of hope.
And at his own word. So they don't care really about the things they claim to care about. If they did, they probably would have told you that 2 out of every 5 people arrested after participating in last summer's Farage riots had been previously reported to the police for domestic abuse.
I say it's shocking, but to me it all makes sense.
Right, one more time for the people in the back. And by the people in the back, I mean the people in the right. And by the people in the right, I mean the far right.
Had been previously reported to the police for domestic abuse. After participating in last summer's Farage riots, had been previously reported to the police for domestic abuse.
Protecting our women and girls. So those guys, they're there to protect everyone. They wouldn't be,
our kids.
No.
You wouldn't trust your lefty with your kids.
Never trust a lefty with your kids.
Trust a righty with them. I mean,
right, just these far right, weird, extreme.
Imagine these people with convictions, with like convictions against their partners or the fucking ex-partners or girlfriends or whatever, or boyfriends or whatever, and they're there chanting fucking save our kids, save our women. What's going through their fucking mind? Is that how they kind of exorcise their fucking guilt or something? It's weird as fuck, isn't it?
It's really fucking weird. It's projection of a higher level. It's those that shout the loudest, those people that hide in those kinds of crowds that are like the very core, very racist, where they're like, out for this collective punishment of people because they're not from here, or xenophobic, or however you'd like to, or ethnophobic, as however you'd like to describe it. But those sorts of people, when they flock together, it's like virtue signaling almost, isn't it? But in a different way. It's this laundering their image, because it's all they can think about. They know that they've done that. They know they are this type of person. And so they try to launder their reputation by going and standing out and being loud and being heard. And it casts the sort of shadow of doubt away from them. And they must be a good person because, they're doing a good cause, protecting women and girls. All the while, there is a trail of people in their wake that would that would testify otherwise and have done. I mean, this is just convictions as well. Do you know how? Like, I was another streamer tried to
No,
sort of
this was
fact check me.
what he was saying was reported to the police. I think
Oh,
it
was reported to the police.
2
Right,
out of
okay.
5.
Okay, then fair enough.
I don't remember. Yeah, had been reported to the police for domestic
Right, okay,
abuse.
my mistake. But I did want to, because somebody corrected me the other day. I just wanted to put it out there because I've talked about like the sub 2% rate of conviction from the point of reporting to the point of conviction and stuff. Other people have said, well, hang on a minute, it's sort of 50 to 60% if you look at Google. They're different kinds of numbers. So what I'm talking about is from the point of reporting, from the point where somebody is reported, all the way until you get to Crown Court. If it's, because a lot of things aren't taken on, they're not treated properly. There's, a lot of these majority of these cases are treated like that, and they don't really pass the sort of the archaic structure, the pathway that's been set out for them. So it's 2% from point of reporting to point of conviction, sub 2%. That number is accurate. But back to this. Though. You picked up a comment. No, what was the?
I picked up a comment from Wee Willie Winkle saying the royal family need to go too. I picked this up because I agree with it. There's no way the Queen didn't know about all this. But what did she ever do about it? Nothing. Well, she did something. She handed her son 12 million fucking pounds to pay off one of his victims.
Of your money.
So that they'd say nothing. Obviously, we can't judge his guilt because she said nothing. Fucking hell. He's paid off a lady 12 milli bills, whatever, to say that nothing happened when, because he doesn't even sweat, bless him. I bet he's sweating now, the twat. I bet he is. Mister. He's going to end up in prison. This thing about Savile, right? We're really. Our king now, Charles, spent his formative years in the company of Jimmy Savile, didn't he? Savile boasted he could turn up, recognised on the gates and all that stuff, and he could just walk in, and he had unfettered access to this king of ours through all his formative years. What is going on there? I don't believe for a minute that Savile, the most prolific fucking freak this country's ever produced, didn't come up with something while he was in fucking having absolute access to the king. You got to wonder what goes on. I mean, what goes on in these schools when we kind of know what goes on in the schools when the poor lads are growing up and they get sent to boarding schools and stuff. We know it's fucking horrible for them, and it changes them for their lives. But this fucking Savile business, yeah, he was there all the time, and I think somebody needs to that needs to be brought out and discussed. I think that's fucking. It's just pushed to one side all the time. It's never discussed.
I think as well, the Savile stuff, you're absolutely right. That should be an additional nail in the coffin for people like Prince Andrew. I'm just having a look, and the only right. So I was having a look now. There is no, in modern UK history, there is no British prince or senior member of the royal family that has ever been sent to prison for a criminal conviction. Senior royals have faced scandals and legal troubles, but none have actually served jail in anyone's lifetime, really. Recent,
but he's lost all that shit now, hasn't he? He's not a prince. He's Mister.
With all of this, with all of the long-standing controversies over his association with the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and everything else, it has, of course, seen him lose a lot of his royal titles. He's been stripped of them. He's lost a lot of his royal privileges, and is facing potential legal action. When we look at, oh goodness me, I can't remember what the name of that police force was that are openly investigating now as a criminal investigation about his potential connections with the world's most famous paedophile, Jeffrey Epstein. However, now, the last royal that was actually imprisoned was King Charles I, who was held in custody by parliamentary forces during the English Civil War before being executed in 1649.
Mhm.
So it's been a very, very long time. I personally don't think we're going to see him in the docks, but the
Oh, I
chance
think
of
so,
it
'cause
happening
I mean,
are now
you
greater
keep
than have
mentioning
been
that
since
the-
96. Sorry,
you
just
keep
one second. I was gonna say
mentioning
the
that
chance-
it's, you know, it's a long time since the royals did this or the royal did that. He's not a royal. He's no longer royal. He's Mister, and he's lost all those privileges and protections, and you know, all that stuff. He's lost it all, and I absolutely am convinced he's going to end up in doing time in America. I think they're going to snatch him out. Because that stuff he did, I mean, that island of whoever it was, Epstein's, it was in American territory, was it?
I don't think so. Let me check.
I assume I assume it is. I have always assumed it is.
It was, yeah. So Little St. James is in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The U.S. Virgin Islands are unincorporated territory of the United States. That means that U.S. federal laws apply and U.S. courts had jurisdiction.
So some gossip. Do you want to hear a whisper that I heard today? That Little St. James reminds me. So Epstein, I heard a whisper today that Epstein's, what do they call it? Roblox. His Roblox. He's got a Roblox account. He's had one for years or whatever, and it's recently been billed. Hang on, it's been billed for, what do they call them? Robux or something. You can buy like for $10.
Yeah, it's got in-game currency and stuff.
Robux. It says, you know, the whisper says that his account was billed for recent activity from Israel, but that's just pissed on my chips. Thanks, Jim. I was a juicy bit of gossip and everything, man. But yes, I'd heard this whisper. And I thought, do you know what? It wouldn't fucking surprise me. It wouldn't. You know?
I can't see anything credible on that.
I'm not convinced he's dead. I'm not convinced he's dead in the head.
I am. I'm convinced. I've seen these images that people have been putting around of some dude that sort of looks vaguely Epstein-esque, and what a terrible time to look like Jeffrey Epstein, eh? What a terrible time to be mistaken for a financier.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I really don't think that's him. I think that's a lot of that's just the internet for you, though. You know, it comes and goes. But back to the actual to the topic itself, though, because I know we obviously got tracked into the Epstein stuff because it is massive. It's because it's the subject that we're talking about how these far righters that go out that went out of these protests and stuff are actually, a lot of them, abusers themselves. And so obviously naturally talking about abusers, we then ADHD'd our way all the way into Epstein, but we'll try and get back on track. Let's click this and see where we're at.
Oh shit.
I say it's shocking, but
You
to
didn't
me
do
it
anything
all
wrong,
makes
it's
sense. The men trying to set fire to a building last year with asylum seekers inside are just ticking time bombs. Individuals just looking for an excuse, a situation to offload their anger.
So that's 41% of 899 people arrested for taking part in the violent disorder last July and August had been reported for crimes associated with intimate partner violence. One police force, the arrest figures were as high as 68%.
This from The Guardian.
Wow.
2.
68%. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, what a country this is. What a fucking horrible fucking country.
Now,
Jeez.
all of these bigots that were lined up saying send them home, fucking they're all rapists and abusers and this, that and the other outside of hotels arguing for collective punishment based on what their ethnicity is or isn't. Those guys, you wouldn't be surprised if you lined them up. For every 5, you'd go, not you, not you, not you, you and you. And if you did that throughout everybody that was there of those rioters, you would find 2 in 5 of them are in fact abusers or have been reported for domestic abuse. It's not a shock whatsoever. Nobody's surprised, but it is worth noting again because obviously, you know, for obvious reasons.
60 fucking bits. It's a national sport, isn't it? It's like beating up your missus has become a national fucking sport.
To these guys, yeah. To these guys, 100%. when you're stood in a crowd, right, and you're kicking off, right, so you're going right, no, we've had enough, we're kicking off, this is a riot, you know, blah blah blah, and then you're doing it to protect, you're kicking off to protect women and girls, right? Now you are in a group of 5. You and 2 others won't have convictions for abuse, but 2 of you will. How are you stood with these people acting like this is about protecting women and girls? You're stood with the abusers of women and girls, kicking off, smashing shit up. It's shameful. I don't understand how these fucking people don't listen to numbers like this and think maybe we're in the wrong crowd here.
It's 4 in every 10, isn't it? I mean, 2 in 5, 4 in 10. And how can they say that they're not rubbing shoulders with these people, you know, or not fucking mixing with them? Of course they are. Of course they fucking are.
Absolutely. The real danger, ladies and gentlemen.
2 in 5 arrested for last summer's UK riots have been reported for domestic abuse. And here are some examples. In Bristol, where there were 60 arrests, more than 2/3 of those arrested had been the subject of a previous domestic abuse report.
That is staggering, isn't it?
Mate, it's fucking, it's crazy. What a fucking rotten, disgusting country we are. Never mind buggering kids and stuff, fucking all that stuff. I mean, no, we're a foul country, mate.
I know. Yeah. It's not you. It's just the language in the subject. It makes sense.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All the worst, the very worst of people's excesses are here, loud and proud in the UK, aren't they? Absolutely. I'm assuming if you've got the money, you can do anything in the UK.
But this isn't even like a UK specific phenomenon. This isn't even like, and again, when you look at this, don't get dismayed about thinking that, oh, this is representative of the UK. It really isn't. So these people that go to these events are already a very vocal hyper minority of bigots that are arguing for the collective punishment of people who are fleeing torture and things like that, based on the actions of people who aren't them, who may not even be from the same country as them, but because you're not from here, no, you can't have, you know, access to your basic human rights. So of that very vocal, hyper minority, hyper vocal group of people there is another minority of them that will then go on to commit a riot, right? Now that group of people that go on to commit a riot, over 60 in Bristol, there were 60 arrests made, and 2/3 of those had been the subject of previous domestic abuse report. So what we can say is that, yes, there is a lot of bigots there. There's a lot of people there who've got very mixed up ideas about the world and how it works and what would make their lives better. You know, we live in a shitty economy. Those people are bound to drift there. It happens. Then you've got the other kinds of people who are there to fuck shit up, and of them, quite a chunk of them have previous for abusing women and girls. Now, when we talk about these protests outside these hotels and will it eventually turn into, you know, arrests and things like that, we talk about it from the frame of like, you're not interested in protecting women and girls, and this right here proves that it isn't. You are either a domestic abuser or you are stood arm in arm with a domestic abuser. That is, you've got to stop. This is like, it's absolutely ridiculous. It really truly is. Deficits in EQ are related to an increased propensity to be abusive. Those stats for the riots make perfect sense to me. Absolutely, yeah. So their lack of emotional intelligence, their lack of general intelligence as well, brought them there in the first place. Because they had little empathy for, you know, their fellow humans around them, because they had low emotional IQ, they ended up being stood outside. This group of people stood outside of hotels shouting about collective punishment. Get rid of them all now. We hate you all. You know, all that horrible, nasty shit that's been happening, blaming them for all of the crimes and stuff. That group are the low EQ group, and among them, of course, is abusers. A high percentage of abusers, you know, comparatively to other groups in the UK. Of course, it makes sense, but it's still shocking nonetheless, isn't it?
Oh mate, it is. Yeah, I find it really depressing. Really fucking depressing.
Nearly
what century is this?
Sort of like 40% to a half here, Cleveland Police.
In Hartlepool and Middlesbrough, Cleveland Police reported that there had been 107 arrests, 44 of whom had been subject to a prior domestic abuse report. In Rotherham, where rioters set fire to an asylum hotel, 75 people were arrested, 35 of whom had been reported for domestic abuse, South Yorkshire Police said. Isabella Lowenthal Isaacs, the policy...
Just in Rotherham as well, with all of that kicking off. 75 people arrested, 35 of whom have been reported for domestic abuse. Fucking unbelievable. It's like, again, I shouldn't be shocked, and clearly other people in the chat aren't shocked. But this is the state of the world that we're in. We now live in a place where domestic abusers are now subconsciously gathering together to try and launder their image, smash some shit up, and just be disgusting.
Yeah, I remember this, Michael, that young woman that stood up at that racist demo and said it was a white grooming gang that did all that stuff to her. Do you remember when they shut her up as fast as they possibly fucking could? They
snatched the mic out of her hand and they dragged her away. That guy that was in the British flag suit, that Union Jack suit, that bellend, that was the fastest he'd ever moved in his life. As soon as she said they weren't immigrants, his head picked up. She said they were white. He jumped forward, reached out, snatched that in her hand. Get off. You're not.
And he goes, well, she had her chance. What the fuck? She had a chance.
She had her chance. Shouted things like slag at her, which is just fucking the scummiest scumbag move you can, like, see. And that right there, they immediately went straight into default misogyny mode, and like they went right back into what they actually are, which is, as we're seeing here,
domestic abuse. South Yorkshire Police said Isabella Lowenthal Isaacs, the policy manager at Women's Aid, said a year on from the terrible Southport attacks on young girls, and as conversation about far-right protests once again starts to appear in the media, it is tempting to treat these events as isolated. However, the reality is that these acts of violence are part of a wider pattern rooted in the same dynamics that drive domestic abuse and violence against women and girls, control, coercion, and misogyny.
So yeah, there you go. The reality is that these acts of violence are part of a wider pattern rooted in the same dynamics. I'm grateful that someone put it as articulately and as clearly as that, because this is some of the things that we've been trying to explain for a while. When we've argued with other auditors who, for example, are wildly aggressive, wildly horrible, and they accidentally showed their own search history, and it turns out that a group of people were watching this horrific sort of stuff, searching using horrific search terms to find. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but my point is that at the time we were trying to say that it's trying to display a pattern of events. It's trying to show the character of these people. There is a wider pattern rooted in and it's the same dynamics that drive domestic abuse, that drive violence against women and girls, control, coercion, misogyny. It's the same line of events that drive this sort of like dehumanization and demonization. It's the casual stuff as well, where you're just with your friends in a Discord laughing about it, etc. That is the wider pattern of behavior that drives them to where they are now. It's part of who they are as a person. There's a lot of deep psychological ways to look at this if you were academically inclined. But the reality is, we shouldn't be surprised that they're this scummy because of, even their cause and everything else surrounded around it is steeped in scummy.
Steeped in scummy.
But the likelihood is that some of the people here attacking the police are actually perpetrators of the very thing that they're protesting, rioting about.
Of these, right, there's a group of 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that are kicking here that are going to get themselves arrested. Now, statistically speaking, if this was, I can't remember if it was Rotherham or the other one, there's two of these are going to have previous for domestic violence. Now, remember the context that they're in, right? Protecting women and girls. That's why they're so angry and being violent in the first place.
Click here for some men smashing up a Greggs.
I won't this time, Political Custard, because I won't keep using your content, but I will share your, let me copy that link and I will put it in there. Thank you very much for that. What a cool dude.
Yeah.
Hey, we got someone new in the chat. Hello, Crunchy.
Hey, Crunchy.
How are you doing? So we dropped Political Custard's link out there. So what's your views from space, Dad?
My views from space are ever expanding. I've struggled. I've been struggling with this problem of dark matter.
Well, you shouldn't struggle. You are the universe.
To counter it, I've had to come up with my own solution, and I've come up with with a proposal that instead of dark matter, we have don't matter.
We have
So-
don't matter.
Yeah, so that you can actually drop it. You can drop these from all the calculations that they've been using to try and work out how much dark matter is in the universe and where it is. Well, you could just drop it if we called it don't, because it just don't matter. That's my solution. In a very, in a nutshell. But I think you'll find you can unpick that and go as deep as you like. Depends how disturbed you are, I guess. But yeah, doesn't matter. And you can.
There
you
you
can
go. I was kind of hoping for a
retrospectively
cosmic
apply it.
overview.
You can even
of what we just
retrospectively
watched.
reapply it back to Einstein's equations and stuff. You can add it in there, and you'll find that it really doesn't matter. So what are you doing? Where are you gone? Hello?
Hello. Sorry, one second. I'm just going to change it.
Where am I?
There you go. Boom. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a cosmic overview of the video we watched. What's your universal opinion on these rioters? Fuck 'em.
No, it's a really sad. It's a really sad thing, I don't know where to fucking start, mate. These people have become. They're turning into fucking fascists, by their own volition. They're doing everything that fascists would do. And they're talking about fucking saving the country and shit and acting like fascists. Well, last time their great grandparents or grandparents, probably great grandparents, my grandparents, had to go out and shoot fascists. Literally go out and kill them. I can't believe these people are doing this stuff now, and so soon after the fucking last war. If you don't learn history, and they obviously haven't, because you can, talk to them, fucking hell. It just, history repeats, doesn't it? I didn't realise it repeats so fucking fast.
Absolutely.
The last
the good news is, sorry,
the last people. Hang on a sec. The people who who fought the war, they're barely dead yet. There's still some of them are still alive. It's still within living memory. The last thing, and here we are, right fucking back at it again, right back to 1930s. And so, yes, what were you saying?
No, nothing. I was just so I wanted to take a quick look at how you can spot fascism and everything every day, because there's been a lot of talk of it. People are like, oh, well, this is fascist, that's fascist. And then you hear a lot of right-wingers being like, well, you're on the left, that's fascism. They're stupid and they don't know what they're talking about. So I thought that to be able to make this sort of apply in everyday sort of settings so that you know what it is that you're talking about. When somebody says, I'm not a fascist or whatever, let's talk about what a fascist looks like in 2026, how it's, how it should be and what they expect and how that manifests in a person's ideology. Things to look out for. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't. Oh, fuck's sake. I'm really sorry, guys. I put the mic, the camera off instead of the mic then when I started coughing.
So fascism.
Right, I haven't finished. I'm so sorry, Dad. I love you loads. One sec. I just had a cough.
Where are you? Oh, go on. I thought you drifted away.
But rigid, the rigid sort of authoritarian style and obedience as well. So everyday fascism shows up as like this love for like an authoritarian style leader. They want a boss. They love this institution, even when it feels sort of unfair or harmful to them directly. They don't care. So like in your everyday sense, if a manager insists that the rules don't make sense, you just question them. You know what I mean? Just, oh, we don't question. The manager has insisted that we do this. If your family or social group is punishing people, or if online people are stepping out of line, and then these groups are starting to like punish them because of it, for, oh, you did something we don't agree with, quickly ostracize them, burn them. That's the sort of us versus them thinking mentality. Fascism thrives on division. It thrives on scapegoating. Also suppressing dissent as well, not to be confused, because some people on these channels, if you block them because they chat shit to your mobs, or they're just like, you know, thinking of an example like Mr. In Between, he's convinced that I've suppressed his right to free speech by not having him in here. That's not what that means. It's about the dominance, it's about the toughness, it's about the winning at all costs, even if you're not right. You know, just to squash that point that people are trying to push out there. It's about selecting only a few people to be around because they say the same things that you want to hear, not because they're inoffensive or anything like that. Like in here, we allow everybody in here except for the offensive people, except for people that are out going out of their way to be horrible. But that's another way of spotting it. When they're suppressing stuff, eating things, removing it, when they're trying to hide it, that's another way of seeing it. But the propaganda and the repetition, that's another huge one. Fascism uses consistent repetition slogans, you know, those three word things like get them out, you know what I mean? Like they love that stuff to sort of normalize their stupid ideas through song and through jingle. They love that stuff. They love the slogans. They love the narratives. They think as well that if enough of them say a certain thing, that's it. They represent the majority. That's how you spot your fascists in every day. It's about control. It's about fear. They want you to conform. And if you don't conform, you are their enemy. There is no nuanced middle ground. It's not about just uniforms or flags. It's about the subtle ways that they try and wield certain ideologies and powers above all else, and the superiority, the hierarchy of it all. I'm probably doing a really bad job of it, but when you see people online posting things about like how these asylum seekers in broad terms are doing X, Y, and Z, when they're referred to as illegals and things, that's a very subtle way of knowing if somebody's got sort of fascistic tendencies, because it's a way of enforcing that hierarchy without anyone even having to commit a crime. Even though they're using their human right, they are now illegal, they're improper, they're wrong, they're not just humans like you and I. That's how you spot your fascists. You'll notice their behaviors everywhere online, in the workplace. You'll spot them doing all sorts of crazy things. It's when you're when you're willing to write off everyone from a whole ass country. So like that's it. I know that you're doing that to someone else, but yeah, it's that sort of stuff. When you're willing to just write off entire groups of people based on origin or based on their legally obtained method of arriving in the country, that's fascism. That's what it is. That's why you keep getting called Nazis. Sorry, Dad. That was the overall clear thing that I wanted to push on.
Look at how that was a rant. Go on.
No, it's just how to spot them. It's just, and that's what we were talking about. And then I was talking, and I had a whole thing to say, and then I coughed, and then you were like, right, moving on. I'm like, no, I've got to run.
Okay, you weirdo. Right. So yeah, that's fascism.
Right, I don't know about you, but I need to sort out my doggy dogs and stuff. I'm sure Tim after doing something soon.
Yeah, on that happy note,
we'll catch you later,
guys. That is fascism.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I would have used far less words. Okay. All right then, lad. Are we done?
And on that note, take it easy. I was waiting for you to do Love and Peace. Sorry.
Well, I will do in a minute, but first I've got to fucking disappear, haven't I? Hang on. So, that's it. That's all from him. That's all from me. I'll see you on the next stream, in another universe, in another time, in another place. Fare thee well. Love and peace, guys.